Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rob from Instinct Bassin. The Garmin 106SV can be found at various price points all the way from $999 well up to $2,200. And I want to go over those price ranges and discuss some of the differences in them and hopefully save you some money along the way while you're doing your shopping. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, so today we're going to go over some of the options you have for purchasing the Garmin Echomap 106SV. It is currently almost Father's Day here in 2023 at the time of this recording, so it's a great time to buy this unit. You can typically find it on sale at a great price, but there are some options that you have, and I don't want you to be confused when you go to purchase this item if you're looking at purchasing it. So let's go over some of those options and hopefully we can save you some money. So here are the typical options that you have, and usually the difference is only just going to be the transducer. So with the GT54 transducer, it will come in at $999.97 at Bass Pro Shops. You can get it elsewhere as well, but I'm going to use Bass Pro Shops in this example. With the GT56 transducer, it is $2149.99. Now, I don't know why they are maybe trying to blow out the 54 transducers. Who knows? I'm sure it has something to do with marketing and money, but for our purposes, it doesn't really matter. So when we take the difference of those, we're looking at $2149.99 minus $999.97, and we come up with an $1,150 difference. And there's also a no transducer option for $1,750 basically, but I'm going to assume you see why not to buy that version. If you don't know why, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to explain it to you. So let's look at the transducer only prices. So for the GT54 you're looking at $240 to $370, and for the GT56 you're looking at $385 to $474, and these are online prices. They're going to vary where you shop, but this is typically what I found. So we're looking at a difference of $104, not $1,150. So my question is, if the only difference is the transducer, then why is the price difference $1,150 instead of just $104? So with that in mind, let's see, is there a big difference between the GT54 and the GT56? Maybe you actually want the 56 at that crazy price. So when we look at the GT54 and the 56, they both have chirp high wide, which is your standard sonar of the, and they have the same frequency, 150 to 240 kilohertz. And this is from Garmin's website, by the way, on their pick your transducer spec page. On the 54, the UHD Clearview is 800 kilohertz, and the Clearview on the 56 is 1000 kilohertz, so a little bit more. On Sharp Clearview, you're looking at 455 kilohertz on the 54, and 455 or 800 on the 56. So you're adding in a higher frequency there as well, a higher frequency option. For side view, you're looking at 455 to 1120 on the GT54. And then on the GT56 you're looking at 455 or 800. Notice you don't have the 1120 option on the GT56. Now I don't own a GT56, so if somebody has it and that is incorrect data, please let us know down below if that 1120 is an option on the 56, because that certainly adds in another frequency range. And I will say the 1120 does look great on the GT54. The depth range is where you have the biggest difference in my opinion, and that is you've got another 200-foot depth range on the 56 as opposed to the 54, and then you've got another 75 feet on the side view range. So going over those in summary, you've got a significantly higher kilohertz on the clear view due to having the one more frequency option, but from what I can tell you don't have the 1120 kilohertz option on side view on the GT56. There is a significantly higher depth range on the GT56, 400 feet versus 200 feet. However, most people that watch this channel are either bass fishermen or crappie fishermen, and they are never going to fish in that 400-foot depth range. For the vast majority of people that watch this video or even use this unit, 200 feet is going to be plenty. And then on side view, you're looking at, like I said, the 125 to 20 feet, 75 foot difference. But again, most people on that bass fish or do any kind of freshwater fishing, 50 to 100 feet is usually the range that most people set that side view to. I know I typically use 60 feet, and I feel like I get the best picture out of that. So keep in mind, the further out you go, the less accurate that picture is going to be. So just something to keep in mind there. So let's look at, ultimately, let's look at my recommendations between those two options. It's ultimately your decision on whether you want the 56 or the 54. I would say the differences between the two units are definitely probably worth the $104 difference if you were to buy them separately between the two transducers. I could see spending $100 more on the 56. Keep in mind though that the 56 is longer, and you want to make sure that it's going to fit on your trolling motor if you're going to use it up front. If you have it skeg that may be in the way, that's just something else to keep in mind, that it may get in the way. I definitely don't think it's worth the extra $1,150 difference in the 106SV packages. And I will say that you will find some salespeople at any kind of shop that obviously they're going to want to sell you the more expensive option and talk up the GT56. They'll probably show you the same chart that I just got that data off of and say, look how much better it is. You got to spend this extra money to get that. You want the top of the line, right? Well, sure, but what I would actually do is just, and it's pretty self-explanatory, or pretty obvious I should say, is just buy the 106SV with the GT54 for $9.99, and I would definitely appreciate it if you use my Bass Pro affiliate links down below. Help out the channel. I'll get a small commission out of that. Help me bring you more free content. If you really want the GT56, which again I don't think is necessary, but hey, if you want it is a great transducer, then just buy it separately after you buy that $9.99 version, and then turn around and sell the GT54. You could probably sell it online for at least $100 on Facebook Marketplace or something. And then obviously don't buy the no transducer option for $17.49 unless you just hate money. So those are my recommendations. Go out and get that unit. It's a great unit. Get it for $9.99. Get it with the GT54. If you really want the 56 later, or want the 56, you feel like you got to have it, buy it separately. Sell the GT54 transducer, make $100 or so, and then now you got the better unit. Obviously, don't buy the one with no transducer for more money than the one with the transducer. All right, well that ends this video. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is Rob from Instinct Bassin. Trust your gut, and I will see you on the water.